Greetings RC fans, Sharky here, and welcome to episode 2 of Wrenching on the Bench. Hopefully we're going to get through all of these today, but again I'm going to aim for 10 to 12 minute video. Up first, my FTX Ravine, and this is how I brought it back from a video that you've probably just watched of it being out at the BERCC. Need to clean it up, and there's a few little mods that I want to do or talk about. First off, while we're there, Lenny Hogson, the chief builder at the BERCC, he tried to successfully climb the impossible hill with this. We tried to recreate it on camera, couldn't manage it, so Tomley RC gave me some of these to put on here, which are alloy wheel weights that you can buy in strips. I'm going to try and acquire some more of those as they're fantastic to give a little bit more weight on the front end. You can see it needs a bit of clean up, which I'm going to do in a second. Got my anti-back lemon wipes. The other thing that I'm not too comfortable about is how flexible the shell is. So to that end, I'm going to take top cage area off, clean all of that down, and then using my trusty Gorilla Tape I'm going to Gorilla Tape the shell. Now I don't know whether that's going to show up there. The front here I've got clear panels for putting lights behind, and there is, when I remember where it was, a way to connect up a set of lights to this. I recently acquired this set here, which I'll unbag now. Which set of front and rears ready to go. The nice thing with this is that they have got metal light mounts which provide the buckets, which you can put through the shell. I've got a big nut on the back, bigger ones for the front, ones for the rear. At the minute I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to make holes and mount them through, or find a way to mount them behind the rear. At the front, at the rear, not so much of an issue. I'll just pop them through in the rear quarters here. So that's the next project for Wrenching on the Bench. Just to quickly cover off a couple of points. These sit on the inside here. I've already misplaced one. I think I picked it up and I think it's in one of my bags. But yeah, they just support against the hard to protect the leg stand a little bit. Didn't even know they were there. Took apart bead locks, A, to clean them, but B, because one of the suggestions I had to improve performance was to remove the foams. So that's what I'm going to do. Some time later, so I've got all of the bits and pieces done. Gorilla Tape the body. It's probably one of the easiest Gorilla Tape jobs that I've had to do of any of the bodies. So I'm a lot happy with that now. Got a bit more rigidity, and one of the problems before was it was doing this a lot when you rolled over, and I was worried about splitting along here. I'm less worried so now. Tyres have all been taken apart, had the foams removed. Finish off my roll of Gorilla Tape. Regarding the lights, Using a Y lead, tried to take it apart, tried to make it work, and doesn't work. So the auxiliary port on this, there seems to be no way to trigger it from the controller that currently is with it. I've had a look around online and people have added lights to their Ravines. What they've done is run a secondary battery and done it that way, which is something I may look at doing in the future. So at the moment these are not going on here, but I've got plenty of other projects on the go, so I'll get dealt with that. Next up on the workbench today is my JJRC Q65, which originally looked like this, which I've turned into a tribute to this, inspired by this build by Tomley RC, which is why that is in the background, and we'll talk about that next. I want to start by giving a shout out to Tomley RC. I was looking for this figure, I couldn't find one. Fonzie found one and sent it to me. So thank you for that. I think he looks perfect in there. This build's been finished for a little while. I took it out for a first test run. Before I got any footage of it, I ran it with a 7.2 as opposed to the standard 4.8, and I believe I've blown the board. So the new board has come in. Today I'm going to rip it apart, put the new board on. In between times I put the original tyres back on because I needed to steal the MN99 tyres that I prefer to run on this, to run on my MN99 when I took that out to the BERCC. So it's going back on these tyres and we're changing over to this. And that's the plans for this one today, which should then get it up and running, and then I can do a running video for you. Well, that was actually a lot easier than I thought. All fixed, ready for me to go and do a running video for you outside and take it from there. It is likely that this is going to get upgraded, probably with a WPL V3 or RES V3, and possibly with a, due to the nature of it, probably a WPL single speed as opposed to the 2-speed. But we'll see. Finally on the workbench today for episode 2 is this Jeep hard body, interesting wheels. 2 of these are missing already. This was a gift from Tomley RC. He had no further use for it, something he had for review, so he passed it on to me. The drive shaft had come apart and come off it. So today I'm going to try and refit the rear drive shaft to it. So take the body off, do all of that. There was also one of the issues with one of the wheels needed some shims, but we'll see how that goes. This comes with a 7.4 volt 500 milliamp hour But the interesting thing is, as opposed to most of these types of vehicles that have a 2-point lead, this one has a 3. So that's interesting. I may need to change that over so I can use more different batteries with it at some point. Let's get into it. And that's this one fixed as well. Ooh. I haven't put the body screws in, but there's 4 of those, 2 in the front, 2 in the rear, and I've fitted the drive shaft. Right, hold it under there. It's all working. Let's turn that around that way. So this concludes episode 2 of Wrenching on the Bench. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video, and please do comment, as I love to hear what other people have got to say. Catch you soon.